Gelrak, who was a Minotaur.
Yeah.
It was Captain Ragus Cragmore,
Dwarf.
who was a dwarven pirate.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Was 7 in Brad's
seven.
game?
7 was in your game.
Okay.
7. I don't remember my character from Brad's game, to be honest.
I can't either. The other day I was trying to think who I played, and I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Not
no,
like,
7 was a wacky thing that you did. I don't even remember who was in that game.
I don't
Was Jess
either.
and Brad in that game? I hadn't really played with many other people outside of you and Trav and Dave and them. But we were playing a straightforward game, and then you made us create new characters based on the characters that we were already playing.
That's right. Yeah, I almost forgot
Um,
about that.
and that's where the like the second rendition of 7 came from.
Mm.
Because 7 was like when we finished the campaign, you gave us the choice to go back to our old character
Or keep
or
the
to
new one.
the new character. It didn't really do anything to the world. Like it was like what it was.
I remember like certain big, events that occurred or things like that, but like all the little things that happened, little
Yeah,
games.
that was that whole multiverse sort of thing. It was a campaign in the middle of a bigger campaign that we were doing.
Yeah, I think I got inspired by
It
Marvel
was Marvel.
Comics. Yeah. Yeah. Onslaught.
It was the whole onslaught thing
Yeah.
for sure.
Because it was the same kind of origin story where it was somehow it
Oh
took
my god, yeah.
the essence of Alistair and the essence of Janix and combined them into this one entity,
Oh
all
my god, what
powerful.
was the name of it?
I knew Trav and Pete and Dave didn't really read the comics, so like
But
I was
I don't know if it was in the game with them.
no.
No.
Oh no. Yeah, it was. It was because it was Janik Spell Dancer or Janik Blade Dancer.
That's right. That couldn't have been 7.
Well, you might have come into that game at that time because you were playing Galrak first. No, Galrak was in the game with Brad and Jess and them, I think.
Gelrak was one of my very first
Oh
characters I
shit.
ever made.
So okay, so Galrak
Gelrak
may
is
have
very
been
old.
the character you were playing that campaign. And then when we switched over, we might have done something where we talked about it. We're like, well, I want to play a different character or something different. Or I'm like, okay. And then we came up with it because he was a miniature Minotaur that was white,
Uh-uh.
right?
Uh-uh.
7?
7 was a full size. He was
Oh,
massive and he was blue like Babe the Ox. And he had
wow.
a scar on his chest that looked like a 7.
Yep.
Didn't He had complete like memory loss. We never finished out that whole thing with the story.
Mm.
But he had complete memory loss because he was from the other universe. Wow, I can't believe it's all coming back to me.
Wow.
And didn't know where he was at all.
Who was the little Minotaur then?
There was no little Minotaur. It was he saw Thor and he spoke to Thor, but nobody else saw him. Like he was
Uh-huh.
it was like from Braveheart. And I might be mixing characters together, but you know what I'm talking about, the guy that talks to God. Is it God is he's the Irishman?
The My Island guy?
You mean Ireland? Yeah, it's mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was based on him like speaking to God and stuff and then like all that. So like I think I was speaking to Thor, but for some reason I don't think that was that might have been 7. It might not have been 7.
That blows my mind. I completely forgot about that.
That's right. 7, the original version of 7 was blue.
Mm-hmm.
The alternate universe was purple.
Oh, okay. There was never a white one?
Never white.
Huh. Racist.
Yeah. I like playing dwarfs and minotaurs and minotaurs.
It's funny that my number 9 question not had nothing to do with race, but it was like, Corey, why did you never want to play a caster class?
Because I like being a tank. I liked playing a tank. I liked playing that fighter class tank. I would max out I would try to max out my strengths.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to wear the toughest, lightest armor.
Yep.
Always carried like an oversized battle axe.
Mm-hmm.
Double-sided battle axe. Dwarves and minotaurs. Like I don't know what it was. Yeah, the spell, like in the whole spell thing was just too much. It was a lot more to have to keep track of.
It is a lot. I still haven't, like, in our latest game that I'm playing with some people down here, like, I was originally going to play a sorcerer, but somebody else was just like, oh, I'm going to play a sorcerer. I was like, oh, good. I don't have to play a sorcerer now. But I kind of wanted to try it. But you're right. There is that whole other, like, oh my God, I got to keep track of how many spells I have a day and how many I can use per day and which level I can use per day. And it's a little more streamlined now than it was back then.
I might have played like a thief once or twice.
Thieves and damage dealers.
I played Twin Kenders with Chris Lambert.
Probably the only
crazy. Yeah, the only time he ever played. I think that whole campaign lasted 2 games.
Yeah.
And the first one was mostly making characters.
Sometimes that's the funnest, though.
Yeah, with Twin Kenders. I can't remember our names. They're very similar.
And stone, or rock and granite and boulder and granite. Is that right? Granite was one of them. Are you frozen? I'm frozen. We were just catching. Corey was just blowing my mind with shit that I'd forgotten.
About what? Sunday D&D?
Yeah.
Like old games. I remember. It's so awful. I remember the very first game I ever played. For me, it lasted 2 sessions, I think. It was with Joe Hooper being a DM, and he was unamused with me because all I wanted to talk about was stopping to take a poop. My character's gonna stop and poop. Okay. My character's gonna stop and pee. You're like, we just assume that they do that. And I was like, oh, I'm just letting everybody know I'm doing that.
That was the first person I ever played. We went down to somewhere down down Cape Cod. He had a timeshare or something. And I bought this book right here and my first set of dice. And then I played in a game where like all the characters were already pre-rolled. And I played like 5 or 6 characters just by myself. And it was so confusing and hard. And like when combat, like you're dealing with like playing all those characters, like I was so messed up. So that was one thing when I remember when I first started, I was like, why would you ever do that? Like every person should just play a character. That just makes sense.
I know we'll get into it, but like, do you have any pictures of when it was the D&D room, when it was only set up for D&D all the time
because
we played so much, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, there was like a summer where all we did, every free moment we had, like we did other things, but like we played a fuck ton of D&D. Like we do.
Dude, and if people didn't show up, we just played without them.
Yeah,
they caught up to us in the next game.
Yeah, 8 or 12-hour sessions sometimes. I remember long games.
Dude, madness. Like, but there was full wall of like dry erase boards with stats all over it. There was maps all over the walls. There was so much D&D shit in that room. It was madness.
Jess, what was your first experience with D&D? Like,
your house.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. That was after that, because we had the chill room by the time Jess was hanging out.
Yeah, when Jess started playing, it was the front room. It was where your bedroom was more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was like, what would be your
front room.
Yeah, whatever it was at the time. It could be
the hottest room on the face of the earth.
Was it? I don't remember.
Oh my God, dude. That radiator in that bedroom was like the bane of my existence.
You
One
just
of
put
the
me back
reasons
in
I
the
would
room.
fall asleep constantly.
That's the craziest thing. It was like for just a second you grabbed me and threw me back in that room for a minute, and I could see it so clearly. That's so funky.
Dude, you have no idea. I can walk through in my mind, I can walk through the front door of your house and picture everything from the floor
Wow.
all the way up into your apartment through I don't know how many different changes from like when your mom lived there
Yeah.
to when you moved out. I can think of a million different configurations of that apartment.
Yeah, that is nuts. That was a ever evolving cast of characters in that house.
Yeah, some of them played D&D and some of them didn't.
Yeah, when the ones that didn't play D&D overtook the ones that did was when things started to change. Because like when it was Trav and Pete and Dave and Goad and you and me, like that game was that was like 94, 95.
It was like 95. I could because like it was probably the summer I had graduated from high school.
Yeah, that would make sense. You'd have more time to, yeah.
Yep.
I think about those years between like 93 for me and like 97. That's probably the peak of my D&D years.
Oh no way, man! It went further than that.
Oh yeah, because Gwen was kind of grown a little bit when we were still playing. We were smoking butts and being like, "You can't come beyond this border," because
Yeah, dude, there was a baby gate, and you're like, we're just like a room full of adults. Me, you, Brian, Jess,
chain
just
smoking.
Yeah.
ripping butts and being like, and just telling Gwen she couldn't come in the room because we were smoking in there.
Because the smoke did not go out there.
Yeah, like there was the and we didn't have like windows open.
No.
Oh no, we usually did. We usually would have windows open even when it was cold
It doesn't
out.
matter. It's not like we were sitting next to a window.
Yeah.
We were all
Oh no, for sure. But like, but yeah, I'm not saying it was any better. And she would come over and just sit and stare in the room and just be at the baby gate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just be like, you can't come in here.
Well, Brian like pretended to like jerk off on the table. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Good times. Like the cigarette smoke was the worst part of that Sunday.
I am so fortunate. I have a little bit of footage of a game that we played together. If I can find it and dig it out, I'll put little clips on here. But
I have some pictures from one week, one Sunday. I just took random pictures, and it's just tables like full of coffees.
For sure, I would show up. I did it at least once where I showed up with 2 great ones for each of us. Me, you, and like the 3 of us, I got 2 great ones apiece. And I didn't know that it was possible to do this then. I pounded one of them. And then I was drinking the other one, and my heart felt like it was going to explode. Because I pounded the first one. Like I just
yeah. I think I remember that being like, dude, oh my God, stop.
Just ashtrays, just the blooming button.
Oh yeah.
Just fucking just overflowing.
Oh yeah.
Just
it was like cast iron. It was like about maybe like a 16-inch bowl, cast iron that we would just put our cigarettes out in, and it would grow and grow, and like you'd have to like jam your cigarettes in between cigarettes. I already know all about this. So I just wanted to stop the video for a moment and talk to you about this ashtray a little bit more. This is an example of what I'm talking about when we call it the bloomin' button. But that is a pale comparison. That's stolen images from Getty Images. To what we had. It was like I said, like I showed in the image before, it was like 18, maybe even larger around, and it was tall, like 3 or 4 inches tall and deep, and it was like rounded off on the inside, and you'd start with just putting your cigarettes out in the middle, and then eventually, more and more would grow and grow, and then it got to the point where you're stuffing them in, and it gave the impression of a bloomin' onion. So there you go. Back to the video. Do you remember the bloomin' onion when we were smoking butts at Winthrop Street?
Oh yeah, the ashtray.
Yeah,
the bloomin' button.
The bunion.
D&D and butts and coffee and
after playing a nice game of softball, let's all rip some butts and pound some.
Yeah,
the man. What's up, Artie? This is real informal, so.
I don't like to wear my knight's costume. Or gladiator, rather.
I was just gonna say your gladiator rig.
My bracers.
Ooh.
Your bracers and a loincloth.
Yeah.
I did bust out a tunic, but it's like I'm swimming in it. I look like a little baby in it. Like
You get a random tunic from.
I ordered one years ago at the bookstore I worked at. We were having a Hobbit like festival fair thing, and me and my friend Xander put it together. And so I ordered like a sword, and I ordered all this cool shit. And I was like, I never dress up. I'm gonna go balls to the wall. And then I got sick that weekend, like deathly ill, and I couldn't make it. And I was so bummed out. So I've always had the tunic, but I was also 100 pounds heavier probably at the time. So D&D.
Was it Sunday, a D&D Sunday? Here's my favorite D&D Sunday story. Watching your goofy ass grin out the window of the third floor apartment. And you just being like, huh? Yeah. I'm like, the fuck? What? What's Jay doing? Why is he looking out the window?
I know where this is going.
What's he have in his hand?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
please,
I know.
God. Please don't
Yeah,
be the
I-
coffee that's been sitting on the fireplace for 4 months. Please don't be the coffee that's been sitting there.
Ooh.
And it perfectly just arced. It was like Jay gained like these like crazy powers of deduction and knew exactly how to toss a coffee out the window. And that fucking 4 to 6 month old coffee nailed the front of my car right on the vents.
and it
just
that smell was
enveloped.
there for a while.
Smell was there for quite some time.
We did stuff like that though. That was like I feel like that was our camaraderie. It was how we bonded as friends.
Oh yeah, sure. I also remember a time showing up and pulling into the bubbleette, and Jay sitting in the window with his goofy ass grin, and he's just laughing. I look up and he had an airsoft gun and he shot me right in the eye with it.
Nice.
Good times. Good times.
Oh, remember? Well, do you remember you, me, and Artie would sit in the chill room with pennies and cards? Would flick cards and pennies at each other for like until somebody got really hurt. And then I was like,
Hamlin would try to scoop them, and I'd be like, "Hey, Hamlin, dude, you got a whole bunch of pennies, huh?" I'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Can I see?" He'd be like, "Can I see?" And he'd show me because we're all looking baked, and I just slap his hands and throw the pennies everywhere. We'd all scramble to pick them up.
he convinced me he was in Amsterdam for like 2 years. Like I was just like, really? I was like, what's it like over there? He's like, oh, it's awesome. You'd love it.
Was he not?
No, he was never. He visited there, I guess. But did he ever play D&D? Did he ever make a character with it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's right. He was the character I remember. He was Les
BN.
BN.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is. Oh, you don't know what
played
this is doing to my heart tonight. Thank you guys, because like this is bringing back everything.
Is it de-grinching or however what happens
It
in the
is.
Grinch?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
grown 3 times the size today.
I don't want to hear about your dick. Yeah, Les BN.
Les BN.
I believe I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say he was a Kender.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Which was fitting for him.
Oh, 100%.
He played with Fabio.
Mm.
Yeah.
Fabio.
Oh, Geyser.
Geyser.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, who? So Mike ran that game, didn't he? It was the evil campaign, right? Oh yeah, he played in it. He was the dragon.
I didn't play in Mike's evil campaign.
Bailey the
I
thingy.
No, that was with Goth. Goth was in that. After everybody quit,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and we're like, "Okay, Mike, I guess you can play now."
yeah. Oh, poor Mike. Greetings and welcome to the Vodkast. I'm your host, Jason Oliveira, and this is the Vodkast and Friends. This is my really best friends in the whole wide world. We got Corey, who's we work together on what do we work together on?
High from Space.
A little channel called High from Space, and Jess and I, she's invited me very kindly out of her heart to help her co-host the Cryptid Bits with General Tidbits. So, hey, Jess.
Hi.
And Artie, the one-man party who is an inspiration to me and many other artists around the world. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
They just
everybody.
don't know it yet.
Jay might have to piss out the window tonight.
Hey, it happens.
No more laundry baskets.
Yeah, man, that was rough. No, but yeah, a few weeks ago, I was just like, I might as well just pee. Like the window's right here. We were recording. I didn't want to like miss out on something. So
I'm pretty sure he's done it more than just that one time.
Yeah, inspiration hit.
It came way too naturally. He wasn't going to even clean up the sprinkles that were on the windowsill when he was done.
oh come on, it's like almost
But
all
then
water.
he cleaned them up with the curtains, so you know
Oh,
he's still good old Jay.
that counts.
I have a question though,
Mm.
because like I don't have that anatomy. So, did you press it up against the screen? Or
No,
did you
oh no, I opened the screen. Did
Okay.
I? Wait, did
Wait
I?
a minute.
Did
No,
I?
I didn't see you open a screen.
I didn't know if you pushed it up against the screen like a sieve.
I don't know if I would.
Like he's straining macaroni.
Yeah.
That's an interesting anatomical question. Would it be more beneficial to press it up against the screen or to piss
No.
through it?
It wouldn't be more beneficial to piss through the screen.
Well-
Why? What are the benefits of that?
I'm saying for cleanup
Getting
purposes.
some fucking aluminum fucking vitamins in you. What's
Yeah,
your
you're
problem?
gonna get like lead poisoning or something.
All right.
That'd be such
We're
a
the
hard
dickhead.
explanation. So,
Yeah.
Jay, we noticed you have some lead poisoning on your dickhead. Can you explain what happened here?
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
Well,
what
it's
is?
gonna look like
why
a
do you-
little meat mushroom.
Yeah. Why does the tip of your head have like a tiny waffle burn on it?
Yeah, Jess
Yeah.
has her window open. She's considering it.
Because
I'm just
I
wondering.
decided-
Like,
I
why I'm
decided I
asking.
couldn't go to my bathroom that's 10 feet away. I had to piss through my screen like some sort of animal.
I would have to open up my screen and put my whole ass out the window, though. I can't.
Well,
Like,
can't you get one of those things like that when you go camping, or like you just kind of like you can still stand? I don't want to get into
Yeah.
details here, but
Yeah,
they
no,
make them
oh
for
yeah,
women.
it's like a pee thing for women.
Yeah.
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 I've
A
got a
shiwi.
picture.
Oh yeah.
I've got a picture of one on my phone. I enjoyed the smell of it.
What's the most epic encounter you guys remember collectively fighting? Like if we were in one of my games, like if we were in a situation where you were about to fight something, what's the most biggest encounter you remember?
I might need a few minutes. I gotta warm up, but one that popped to mind was we were out in the ocean on a like a boat, and this giant rocks were attacking us. Or it was just one, I think.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
we killed it, and I remember trying to dismember it to like check its guts for treasure and stuff. I think I found a ring in there or something.
Yeah, because you figure there's creatures out there attacking ships for whatever reason. They probably, from time to time, eat somebody who's got a magic item on them.
It had no pockets, so I decided to cut her
Yep.
open.
So yeah.
I feel like I remember a time when like I gave you guys a deck of many things.
Oh yeah.
At the end of a session, you guys would be like, I'm going to pull a card. And I think Artie pulled a card once that was like fight a Tarrasque and survive, and you earn something, or if you die.
Well,
I don't
that
know.
was the thing is like, yeah, you had that deck of many things. We didn't have that deck of many things. Artie had that
Yeah.
deck of many
Yes.
things. And it was a custom deck of many things. And you might have had it on your computer randomized.
Mhm.
I think you had
I'm-
100 different possibilities or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, Brad built a database. I still have it. It still works.
I remember that
Yeah.
Tarrasque one. I pulled the card and I was teleported to him, and he had gained angel wings somehow. My character, so
Oh yeah.
from the cards, so
Yeah.
I was able to fly away, and I forget how like I teleported back or something. That was
Yeah,
I
you
didn't have to
managed.
fight him, thankfully, because
Yep.
there's no chance.
Yeah.
Fight a Tarrasque and survive.
That's like an ant trying to fight a
Yeah.
full-grown human.
Oh man, it would have been better if Jay was just like, okay, and now he's chasing you. He also has wings and he's chasing you.
I think the potential was that he could remember, so he might like track me down somehow through dimensions or something.
Yeah, I think he was on his way to Athalia after that. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, for that."
I remember the Candy Cane Forest. To me, and it was anytime we came up and we probably came upon more dragons in your world
Mm,
than in any other campaign that's probably ever existed.
yeah, they were
And
plentiful.
I think it was mostly so you could do your dragon impression.
I do a good dragon impression.
You do a good dagger, but the
I do a
Dagobah.
good one.
You do a dragon impression. I wouldn't say it's a good
All right,
dragon
well,
impression.
let's
Oh,
see
I think it's a
yours.
good one.
Come on, let's see your dragon impression. You're a dungeon master right now. Show me your dragon impression.
Oh, I'm not saying mine's good. I'm just saying you
Here,
have.
I'll give you a lead in. You step into the dark, dimly lit cave. Slightly in the distance, you can see gold shimmering off of the small torches lit on the walls. Beyond that, in the darkness, two eyes light up and stare at you. As it comes forward into the light, you see nothing less than a great worm red dragon. What do you do? Here you are. Now here's your introduction. You're coming in. You're the great worm. Come on, show me a dragon. Hey, everybody, I'm a dragon.
Yeah. Hey, everybody got a butt.
We're going to fight now.
What was some of your characters' names?
Averill,
April.
Averill.
the
That
fairy.
she had large breasts.
She may or may not have gained large breasts through a card.
I have a drawing. If I
I
find
still
it, I'll
have a
put it
bunch
up.
of art I did back then. I'm trying to find it.
I remember Artie drew he had an epic amount of pictures of gore
Yeah.
or goth.
Goth. Remember Goth blew up once?
I named him. I was like, yeah, that's a cool name, and I totally didn't even think that.
The association.
He's like, I'm supposed to be like my life is an utter turmoil, black leather boots and purple hair or something.
I remember Goth. You guys were in a tower. Oh, the Tower of Challenge, I believe it was called. You had found it. It wasn't too far from the capital city, and you'd gone in. You're locked in, and you were making your way up the tower. And Goth went to go lie down on the couch, and the couch had a spell on it of some kind of a detonation type spell, and it blew him to bits. And
That
you
was
guys,
Killian, actually.
Killian. Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh my god,
Killian.
Killian the Red.
Killian.
Yeah, named after Killian's Irish Red.
Yeah. What was the last event that happened? When was the last time we played? Like there's a meme going around that says there was one day you went outside to play with your neighborhood friends for the last time, but you didn't know that was the last time. Like I wonder with us collectively, what was the last time we all played together? Last game, what happened? Where did it leave off?
Well, with Killian, it was when I sat on the couch and turned into
Yeah.
a red mist.
Yeah.
Turned into a what?
Red mist.
Yeah, he pretty much just
You
exploded.
didn't come
drop.
back from that?
A
I
dropped
think-
pie.
I feel like you guys pieced him back together again, but he was just never the same.
Oh, I think you got like Brad had started to, and I was like, "Don't."
Yeah.
Do it, man. Done.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Which is, I guess you could say that's the only time I can remember ever a character dying in my campaign, like a player character.
One of my earliest characters, I created a large amount of turmoil by killing my character during a game.
Oh,
Captain Ragus Cragmore, I slit my throat with my battle axe.
I was
It- Threatened to throw me out the window.
pitch you out a window.
Pitch me out a window.
Yeah.
Because you killed your character off?
Yeah, I was, dude, there was, I'm telling you, there was a serious amount of arguing going on in the room, and I was just fed up with it. I was just like, I came over to hang out with my friends and play D&D, but there's like
Yeah.
full-blown arguing going on, and I'm not having fun, so I leaned over and said to Jay, I took my axe and I slit my throat. And he went, really? And I went, yeah. And he went, roll for it. And he went, okay, and he announced to the table, yeah, Captain Ragus is bleeding out on the floor with a wound to the throat. Yeah, I was threatened to be pitched out a window.
Here's an old.
Holy shit! Yeah, who that was the character from Mike's game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, our evil campaign. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the one that Mike was in.
It was
yeah.
me, Dave, and Mike.
Dave, yeah, holy shit.
That's the thing. Like, what was it? A month ago, we went online for a Zoom meeting to find new D&D groups.
Yeah, I
And
think
it
that
was
was last
weird.
week.
That wasn't last week.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No, it's on my calendar. Hold on.
It was like last Tuesday.
There's no way.
It was
Oh,
like last Tuesday.
that with the
Wow.
wings. Nice.
Yeah.
I remember
They're
that
complete.
picture completely.
Isn't it sick? Yeah.
It was last Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was.
Do I just do a lot?
We pulled a card and these I don't remember what this was.
I don't either.
It was one of your guys. It's like a gorilla with teeth.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah. There was a few characters that I'd created. A few.
You had
like,
that
monsters.
little thing that had the really racist accent for a very long time. It was definitely when I played Avril and she was a pixie. And then
It wasn't Mukala, the melon dealer in Alatia, the Elation Desert.
no, I would
I'm
definitely
here to
remember.
sell you some melons. They are very delicious. Very
No,
good.
it was way
Come,
more
come.
like Mexican accenting than that.
I was just gonna say, I remember, I distinctly remember a Mexican, which it
cobbled.
might be a cobbled.
Yeah. He was a cobbled. Hello, my name is. Yeah.
I just can't remember his name, but he hung out with the party for like months.
Somebody killed him. Didn't somebody kill him eventually? Or you were
No,
gonna
I
let
think
him?
he ran off of something at some point. I think he just
Oh
ran
my
off.
God! Look at that.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's his character sheet. Oh, here's this art. I was looking for this one. Oh, you can't see it. Hang on.
Oh wow.
It's
Oh, there she
Oh,
is. That's
this
Avril.
is with the two big titties.
There's my character.
Oh my God! Wow. And Brad played. He was Annex Darkflame, was it? Or he played a ranger, right? And he had a wolf. I remember that.
I remember the wolf Drakkar.
Drakkar Noir.
I knew there was a Drakkar. I
Mhm.
knew
Drakkar
there was
was
a
the
Drakkar
wolf.
somewhere. I was sitting here going, was that one of like Jay's like dark elves? Was it
No.
Drakkar?
That was the wolf.
That's a good dark elf name, though.
That's on par
Drakkar.
with the.
This is
that's on
Drakkar, my
par with
wolf.
the, it sounds cool, but you didn't research it. Name
Mhm.
like goth.
God.
Let me name it after that really sweet cologne.
It was like
By the
24,
way, this
25
dick
years
has a
old.
BB hole through the whole thing.
It was always, you always took your
Oh.
life into your hands walking into Winthrop Street to
Oh
play
yeah.
D&D on a
Yeah,
Sunday.
Dude.
I remember sitting on Jay's porch, but like the porch
Oh
outside,
yeah, on the roof. Yeah.
waiting for Corey. All right, Corey said he left his house. He's going to be turning the corner in 15 minutes. Get the super soakers ready. And just sitting outside of Jay's
Waiting.
window waiting for you to turn the corner.
That was a good
So
time.
fucking.
We would
I
all
like.
die if we tried that now. We're too old for that.
Oh yeah. Well, speak for yourself, but
We didn't go out on that roof much because Jay's mom would yell at us.
yeah.
She always knew we were out there, and she would always yell at us.
I
Jay,
was-
you guys
How
gotta
she
go
didn't yell at
inside.
us
Yeah.
all the time.
Uh-huh.
You have like 12 grown ass adults pounding
Screaming
coffee.
about how like screaming things like about Jay's mother, like
Mhm.
obscene obscenities, and making fucking birthday cards in the computer that says like "Happy birthday, your mom sucks dick."
The only time I actually was like petrified
Witty.
to go back to Jay's house was when the epic battle of Agents of God versus Mr. Nichols.
Oh, I thought I'd chime in here for a minute. This is my video, and I can do it if I want to. So, last night I talked to Jess about a future episode of the Vodkast and Friends, which will be coming up in March, specifically dealing with the Agents of God and Mr. Nichols. It was a feud that went on for, I don't know, maybe a year or two. And I don't want to go into too much detail because I think it's a fun and interesting story that you guys will like to hear when we actually talk about it. But in the meantime, if I'm not mistaken, if it's available, I will put a card right here to where the video is entitled, I think it's 8.5 Minutes of Destruction, where it has to do with it. So it's a little preview of things to come, and you guys can check that out in March. And coming up this week, hey Chuck, thank you for the suggestion. We're going to try the barbecue Fritos. I have had them before, and I do enjoy them, but you'll see my honest and real opinion when I film it next week. So you guys, get back to the video.
And I put your keys in the freezer. And you called me the next day and you're like, my mom's pissed. Where's my fucking keys? Like, I need to go to work. I'm like, I don't know, guy. I don't know. And she was like mad because you couldn't go to work. And I'm like, dude, they're in the fucking freezer. I'm petrified of your mom. Well, you might have not went to work, but you gave her the impression when you left the house that you were going to work.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you couldn't leave the house because you couldn't find your keys. And you called me and you're like, my mom's pissed. I need my keys. And I'm like, I'm so scared to go back over your house to play D&D. Can I play over the phone now?
Well, she really got what was coming to her, so.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Do you guys remember this campaign?
Oh yeah.
The Labyrinth of Madness. That's the one I think I get confused a lot with
Tomb of Horror.
the Tomb of Horror.
Yeah.
That's why, because I know I've asked you repeatedly, dude, did we play the Tomb of Horror?
I don't think
You're
so.
like, no, we never did. It was the Labyrinth of Madness. It was
Yeah.
the one of the first things I ever played. Joe Hooper ran it.
Didn't
And then you
No.
ran it years later. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I ran it, and I ran it way better too.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause this is
He ran it right out of the book. Like he ran everything. Like that's one thing about you being a DM is like, and it's one of my favorite and most awful things, and it's got to be for a lot of DMs, the amount of work sometimes that you would put into it. And we would be there for, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours on a Sunday night playing and get like none of the campaign you had written played because we're at a whorehouse.
Yeah.
You know, like Corey ran off to go chase something in the street. Like everybody is destroying the game because we're all assholes, but we all want to play.
Mm-hmm.
But we also want to play our own way.
Right, and that's what I always understood. Like, I want people to have fun before anything, and then my story comes next. Because I'm not the best DM in the world, but like, I have a story of where these characters start and where they end. And even though I have no say in how that plays out, I can kind of steer it left and right. And
yeah, you can get it back on track, even though I just traveled 100 miles in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
You're great at improvising, Jay. You could roll with whatever we did, and
Thank you.
You know, Brian, like, what was Brian's character name that he got rolled? Was he a vampire?
Calyx. Yeah. Yeah.
He was
he got rolled.
Got so much mileage out of that.
that
and the Falcon, but I think that was real life.
That was real life.
Oh yeah. We would get so detoured off the game though, and talk about other shit.
Well, yeah, but that's part of D&D in a way, like where you're talking about. I mean, it's friends getting together and eventually playing D&D is D&D to me.
Yeah.
That's what scares me about finding another group. If I'm like, hey, blah, 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 they're going to be like, ma'am, stick to the game, please.
Yeah, it's not your turn. Where's your costume?
Yeah. Can you go outside if you're going to rip those butts and drink that Red Bull? And be like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys just don't rip butts for hours and drink like so much coffee it makes your heart hurt.
You guys just don't have a force field on the door that keeps the smoke away from the kids. I'm in the wrong house, guys. I'm in the wrong house.
I mean, Sundays, I always used to look forward to Sundays so much because I knew from sun up to sundown it was just going to be an amazing day.
Oh, yeah. There was definitely a pattern, like get up, play softball, go back to the house, shower, get dressed, go to Burger King on the way to Jay's house, stop at 18 stores on the way to Jay's house to get drinks, soda, food.
Or have it like cook burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or cook burgers.
Yeah. I think
I know
Brian.
it was a different night, but the breakfast nights, those are pretty sick.
Oh, Thursday nights were classic. Yeah. I mean, we don't have to stick to D&D tonight. This is just the Vodkast and friends. We can talk about whatever we want.
I'm like completely addicted to instant coffee now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see?
Camp coffee, as Julie calls it.
Yeah. I bought a big thing of instant coffee to make cocoa bombs or whatever bullshit, but to put coffee in the cocoa bombs instead of cocoa. And then I didn't do that. So now I have this huge thing of instant coffee. So we just call it hot brown at the house now because it's not really coffee.
Yeah.
Hot brown.
I'm gonna go make another cup of hot brown and I'll be right back.
All right.
Mm.
What brand is it?
The kosher one.
Is it Sanka?
The kosher one?
Yeah, I
Sanka's
bought-
decaf.
Yeah, Sanka's
Oh.
decaf. It's some red one that I bought at. It was in the kosher department. I don't know.
Okay, I was just curious what kind it was.
Hold on, I'll see if I can find. I'll find the actual name for it. It's the name of it. Technically now is hot brown. I don't know what the real name of it is.
Hot brown, also known as what some people call a shit. It happens.
It's just in the morning. I'm so tired when I roll out of my bed into the kitchen to go to work. And I'm like, oh, I can't mentally fathom putting on a whole pot of coffee right now. So I just make a cup of hot brown and start my day.
Right at the moment, you're exclusively drinking hot brown, aren't you?
Now,
You're not even making pots of coffee. You're just making
No,
cups of hot brown.
I haven't made a pot of coffee in two or 3 days. We were watching TV the other day and Herbie's like, do you want me to make coffee? I was like, we could just do hot brown. I'm like, why go through all that trouble of getting a filter and water when we can just have.
So
hot brown?
now you just need an electric kettle for the.
Oh,
for
I
the
have
counter.
one. I
Mm.
have one. It's
Do you?
constantly plugged in. I just go over there, I hit the little switch, and I'm like, it's hot brown time.
You cocksucking motherfucker.
I feel like that just reminded me of something in D&D.
Well, did it? No, that was goo. That was a
No,
goo
I
one.
know that was goo, but I feel like you did that in D&D once or twice. Like you're
Oh, there was
That-
probably some character that
yeah.
was based on
that
goo.
Goo,
goddamn racist Mexican character that Jay
Oh,
used to
yeah.
do.
Hello. What was his name?
I don't know. If you can figure that out, I will drive down to
Dude,
Virginia and role play every Sunday with
Honestly,
you.
Is this the melon guy?
No, that was
No.
Makala.
The
remember Twig.
the
Twig was a-
Mexican
Twig was.
It
Twig
was
was
a-
like he was like a goofy over the top.
Twig.
Hi, Twig Whispernaut, and he would always
Yeah.
shoot out his hand at you.
Twig was one of Jay's characters. Well, no, was he an NPC always?
No, well, he became
Twig
a god.
was a character, yeah, that he became a god.
Yeah, the god of neutrality.
He lived in the candy cane forest.
He did. Yeah. And then Alistair came for him, and I think killed him.
What a douche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw this making the rounds on Instagram. This is about mixing beverages and like alchemy and stuff. But if you take strawberry Hershey's
Ooh.
in a cup of orange juice, shoot some of it in there, mix it up, try it out. I won't tell you what it tastes like, but
I saw it the other
No
day and
shit.
I want to try it.
it's so good, man. It's
Yeah,
so
dude, that's what I've heard, and I'm like, well, I like the thing it's supposed to taste like.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't know.
I only tried it because it's one of those things you totally forget about after you see it. You're like, oh, I totally want to do it, but then you forget.
Yeah,
But luckily I had the components to actually make it, so I tried it.
it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 2 ingredients too. It's orange juice and it's Hershey's strawberry, and it has to be the Hershey's strawberry.
Really?
Yeah, that's the couple things I've seen. It has to be the Hershey's,
Hot
not the
damn.
Quick.
Okay.
Hot cider is good.
Corey, you were picked up on possession once, weren't you?
Oh,
I
remember
was.
that.
It was awful. I was
Spent
with
some time in
Hamlin.
the slammer.
Yeah, it was awful.
Was it Hamlin's
My-
fault? I feel like it was Hamlin's fault.
No, it was your fault because your muffler was loud.
Was I there?
I think
No.
you dropped me off. I think you dropped me off and you left and you guys went for a bone cruise. Oh, Berkeley or something.
I know that I don't remember dropping you off per se. That definitely could have happened, but it was me. Hamlin was driving, and Deanne, and we were going for a bone ride, and I just bought a bag of weed, and it came in a superhero. It was an Avengers lunch bag, and I never bought that much weed. I bought an 1/8. And at that time, it was so much weed. I was like, this is so much weed. And Hamlin twisted up like 2 or 3 joints. And we smoked one. And I know we were going down County Street. And we crossed from County Street East Taunton over County Street through Myrick's into County Street in Lakeville. And we were just over the Lakeville line. And your muffler was loud, so the cop pulled us over.
That's
and
right.
then he had me get out of the car, and he found my bag of weed that I threw under the seat.
I thought you gave it up.
I gave up the joint that was in my pack.
Oh yeah.
And then I also gave up my my dugout that was in my pocket. Dude, I left the house that day with every piece of weed and paraphernalia I owned at the time. I had I didn't roll joints. I had like 4 books of papers in my pocket.
I didn't roll joints. I had like 4 books of papers in my pocket.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I had the bag of weed. I had my dugout. It was full. And like, I was like, dude, I've got so much drugs. I'm going to have drugs forever. When we got back, it was like around 3 hours. They're like, dude, where the fuck have you guys been? I was like, I got arrested. And everybody was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, yeah, I got arrested and just used almost my entire paycheck to bail myself out. And I was lucky because there was 2 other people in there that the bail bondsman came out to do it. The other 2 people had been sitting there for hours and hours. I was so high. I was so high in that jail cell. I felt
been bugging out so bad.
Dude, I fell asleep on the bench.
Nice.
Oh, you would.
Here's the thing with Corey. He could fall asleep anywhere. I once found him underneath my kitchen table with a clown wig on, under the table asleep. Yeah. At some point, I'd love to do a Vodkast and Friends or 12 with Corey, because he's one of my oldest and longest friends, and we could probably fill an entire year of footage with all our adventures and tales of things we've done and what we've been through. So I would definitely look forward to it, because I'm pretty sure he'd be down for it. So now get back to the video.
Yeah, you would.
I slept through a lot of D&D too.
I may have couched it once or twice myself.
What?
The racist character, the kobold, may have been like, it might have even had like a stereotypical name as well, like Pablo or Paco, or
Pancho,
something like that.
It began with an F.
Paco, Fablo,
Fucko.
It definitely wasn't Fucko.
It wasn't
was
Fucko?
like, I just remember he was constantly around and like.
Was it El Jefe?
No.
El Guapo?
What is D&D food to you?
Pretzels. Hard, big pretzels.
Snyder's.
Yeah.
Snyder's oven baked, the fat ones, and we would break them up in the bag.
It's a grilled shrimp salad from Burger King. I got one every Sunday until they stopped existing.
Which was probably a year longer than they should have.
Yeah, they were actually really good when they first came out. They were like in a foil packet, and they were fancy.
Do you have a snack associated with D&D, Artie?
I was thinking about it. I remember lots of McDonald's.
Yeah, number 4, supersized with a Coke for me.
Yeah, I'd get these burger meal and then smash them together with a packet of ketchup in between for lubrication. Pounds of bread.
And early on, Arizona iced tea.
Yeah, yeah. Mountain Dew.
And Mountain Dew.
Those Sobe drinks that came in rain. Those were always a big hit.
Oh, clearly Canadians.
Yep.
No, there was no clearly Canadians at D&D.
They had, what's the other clearly Canadian?
No.
Probably thousands of gallons of Coca-Cola for sure.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Coke, a lot of Mountain Dew. There's a lot of Code Red drank by Brian alone.
Oh, yeah.
Brian would drink a couple of them every Sunday. He came in every week with at least 2 of them.
I remember bringing cases, and they just leave the case.
Oh yeah. Well, and then at some point, I got Jay a fridge with a built-in microwave on top of it just for that room.
Because we were lazy.
Well, we were lazy, and also your wife could be a real fucking pain in the ass about walking around in the house before she was your wife.
I brought that here with me, and I hung on to it for a while, and then Carol made me get rid of it.
I think I gave it to you for your birthday, loaded with.
You already
which was
pissed out the window, man.
which
You don't
was
need to be in
like
there all the time.
the way that I gave it to you as a gift was a mistake. I had it loaded in the back of my car, and I bought that because I bought it at the Grossman's outlet that was in the Taunton 8 Cinema.
Yeah.
And then I went over to Shaw's and bought like all store brand soda and filled the fridge with that stuff before bringing it up to your house. It was one of the dumbest decisions I've ever made in my life.
I bet we drank a lot of it that night.
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
like the microwave with like a lot of popcorn too. A lot of microwave.
Because what else were we gonna do in the microwave, really?
That was another D&D food is microwave popcorn.
Yeah. The amount of like his sit down at this table for 5 hours and eat and drink all of this shit and junk was amazing.
And chain smoke.
And like rip butts. Carol, Jay was just telling us what a beautiful wife you were, and he's so happy to have you.
See?
It's going too late.
That's actually what this meeting is about. He was like, can we do a Zoom meeting all about how much we all love Carol? And I'm like, damn straight, we can. I'll be there.
And I was just saying, then why the fuck am I here?
And then Jay talked about how he pissed out the window.
He crapped under the couch cushions too, but you haven't found it yet.
Imagine doing that at somebody's house at like a party.
Oh, what would we call that?
It wouldn't be top shelving because it's not a toilet. Would it be under cushioning?
Oh, I like that.
Not a whoopee cushion, but a poopy cushion.
Ooh. It's like, all right, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm going to shit under his cushions before we leave.
Yeah.
This party sucks. I'm going to shit under the cushion.
And then you put you clean up yourself and then you sit back down on the cushion like nothing happened and mush it back in.
I didn't like partying at their house. It made me feel gross.
Yeah.
Don't chew on that. Oh.
You walk in and you see a microwave with no door and they're using it.
What?
Yeah. That's toxic.
What? How did that even work?
The glass was busted out of it.
Yeah, it was all so the door closed.
Oh my god!
They had like an original like 1980 Millennium Falcon.
I knew you were gonna bring up the Falcon.
As an ashtray.
Fucking cunts. Yeah.
So a microwave, no door, a Falcon ashtray, and somebody always getting pierced in a dirty downstairs bathroom.
Yeah, no, the last time I set foot in the house, the only time I set foot in the house, I walk in, I saw the Millennium Falcon. I'm like, that's fucking disrespect. I walked out and I never went back.
Wow.
That's no lie.
Wow, how noble.
Yeah.
Well, you like it.
There's no honor. If there's nothing else in my life.
What a distinguished gentleman.
Yeah.
Fucking noble.
Respect and dignified individual I was back in the day. And
the man keeps his mother in a box and pisses out a window, but God forbid you desecrate the Falcon.
Yeah, you've carried it all through your life.
Oh, God damn it. Wow. I almost spit my fucking hot brown across the room.
How noble. You should really you should get on your stomach
a
tattoo that says noble. How noble? How noble is?
But was it how noble ?
And spell it with a K. Noble.
Knoble.
How noble?
How noble?
Knobble.
Yeah, and I'd be like
two B's. Yeah.
I play a noble in my D&D game.
I'm a novel character.
I'm a novel. I'm a half novel. And I can't picture playing D&D now like we played D&D then. Like,
no, I mean,
dude, no.
Monday mornings would be a whole different situation.
It would have to be played during a day, and I would have to be done by 7.
Yeah. I play D&D Sunday mornings. Usually I try to get them to play as early as possible. Like, I'm like, can we start around 9? Like,
so weird.
Noon
like,
is
D&D
the earliest.
is such like a night thing to me. Like D&D only can be played at night for some reason.
I see what you're saying, but I played a lot in the day too, and it was still cool to.
Yeah.
But I totally get associating it with the night.
Yeah, it's just that's like your wind down time is get your shit, go to Jay's house, and play D&D until 2 in the morning, and then get up and open up the T-shirt cart at the Galleria Mall the next day.
Oh, we drive home and back to Middleborough and review the game and stuff. Talk about what happened and character motivations and stuff.
Somebody would come wake me up on the couch.
Yeah.
Just get up. It's not D&D has been fucking over you, asshole.
Jess, Corey, wake up. Train's leaving.
Yeah.
That was it, Jess. You wouldn't pass out in the D&D room. You go out into the living room and pass out on the couch.
Oh yeah, she would act like she was gonna go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Turn around and look out over the force field baby gate, and there she is curled up in a ball.
I didn't think you guys could see me because of the force field. I thought it was safe.
Or would go sit in the corner closest to the wall near the door because you couldn't really see that spot from the living room.
I was tired. I lived a very full lifestyle. I'm sorry. I probably went to JR's the day before. Took like a bunch of Herbalife or amphetamines or whatever the hell we took back in the day. I was exhausted.
You're just taking copious amounts of like mini thins.
Mini thins, exactly.
And like, whatever that one from GNC was.
Yeah, it was Herbalife or something like that. But it was before.
The more you took it, the angrier you got.
Yep. You know what? Let me take a handful of these. We're going to go to JR's. I'm going to get a hard apple cider. I'm going to dance all night. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I'm going to go home. I'll get home at 3 in the morning. I'm not gonna sleep because my heart's racing like a fucking jaguar.
And then I'm gonna get up and play some softball and go play D&D. Dude, by Monday morning I was trash.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna double the amount of mini thins I took yesterday because that's what you had to do.
Yeah, I'm coming down a little bit.
If you want to live this speed lifestyle.
That's the thing. That's the best part of it. Like using medicine for exercise to play D&D and go dancing was like people that like run marathons and lift weights. And I'm like, I'll use this to go to dance.
Yeah. Like the one you got from GNC, the herbal one, like I legitimately had to stop taking it.
That was amazing.
I was turning into like a fiend, like a complete asshole.
When did that change?
Like I realized I was angry, but I was awake, but I was like 2-3 hours of sleep a night. Like I'm falling asleep at 4 in the morning, getting up at like 7 to go to work and taking more of them. Like, dude, that's how you get hooked in that vicious loop. But like,
I loved those. I would take them today if they offered them. If those came back on the market, I'd be like, yes, please.
If I could go to Cumberland Farms and buy 100 tablets of speed for $7, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like the ultimate hot brown.
Oh, you're gonna let me buy legal cocaine at the counter? Oh my God, this is great. All of us walking around in our Jenkos with a bottle of pills rattling around in your pocket.
I never wore Jenkos, thank you very much. I wore one color top to bottom Adidas suits that were purchased for me by Corey.
You had to look good out there, run around like me looking like fucking Kool-Aid man.
What were you gonna say, Artie? Something about when we were talking about drugs.
I forget. It's gone from me now.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
You could buy Salvio at like convenience stores for a very little, like a brief time.
Yeah,
Salvio, because it was like legal or something.
Yeah, there was a gray area for a little bit.
I don't remember.
It was during the potpourri smoking era.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember drugs really rearing into like D&D. Like we didn't. You guys.
No.
There wasn't like smoking in the chill room or anything, was there? Besides butts.
Although now.
Yeah, no, just butts. Yeah, no, we didn't smoke weed during D&D.
Okay, I couldn't remember like.
Yeah, it would derail the game too much.
Man.
Oh God forbid.
We already had a hard enough time staying focused.
Nowadays, I can't play without smoking. Every Sunday morning, I'm lit up.
You couldn't imagine.
You play 7 days a week?
No, just one day every 2 weeks.
I can't picture waking up and not smoking weed on a Sunday only.
Well, I mean, that's every day of my life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't blame the game.
Why don't you put the grow area in the attic?
Well, the attic, I'm working on it. I'm slowly cleaning it, but it's very the
He's been
temperature
cleaning it for
changes.
3 years.
I
Yeah,
have
I'm
been.
pretty sure you sent me a picture of that attic like 10 years ago,
I'm getting
and it
there.
was a
It's getting
mess.
there. Dude, I made the most progress over the last 3 or 4 weeks until the city sent me a letter saying they were going to fine me $250 because I was filling up lawn bags of just shit. I was just like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Throw it in the trash, throw it in the trash. And I'd put 2, 3, 4 out a week. And they kept taking it. And I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to keep putting it out. And they kept taking it. And then finally I got this note and I had like 2 bags left. So they're gone now. I put them in the basket tonight.
What, did you have to use a bin or something? Is that why?
Yeah, we have to use a bin or buy the city bags, fuckers. But I would have to insulate up there because, like, in the winter, it's freezing and my tent probably wouldn't keep it warm enough, especially when the light's not off. And then in the summer, it's sweltering. It would probably get, like, so, like, humid, it would get moldy. And
I want to grow again, but I don't smoke, so it just goes to waste.
Yeah, well,
You
you
grew
could have
weed,
just
Jeff?
given me some.
I gave
And
it to
I
my
would've-
nephew. He's like, his. I go, how was that? And he was like, it was okay. And then I was like, all right, well, so I take it, you don't want the rest of it. And he's like, oh no, I'll take it. I'm just not saying it's great weed.
free weed, nobody will turn that.
Yeah, I'd have told like I told you, I'd have smoked the shit out of it, but
Well,
you should
somebody,
have.
do I order seeds online?
Cooked it down.
I'm afraid to order seeds online because I don't want to
Yeah,
go to jail.
You have
You
to
won't.
order.
You just order. You just said that you order samples is all it is.
Yeah, but they get it's weed
Usually that's the
samples.
autoflower stuff. Is a
But yeah,
sample.
it's samples. It's
Really?
just.
I
yeah.
loved growing it because I love growing stuff outside in the garden, and it was a blast. Like every day I'd go out there with my little clippers and I'd be like, "Hey, honeys," and like talk to it and like play with it.
Speaking of loving things, what's your favorite race class combo? Do you have one? Good segue, huh?
For me, it's always going to be dwarf minotaur.
What about class though? Warrior, right?
Always warrior. Yeah, like always some sort of fighter class.
Fighter class, yeah.
Yeah, like generally, like I said, tanks, brute force over.
A nice segue for you would be barbarian. If you took barbarian on, I think you would learn a lot about the casting system without having to commit.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
There you go. No.
Because they have a rage thing, but that's based on a smaller kind of point-based system where you can kind of rage up.
I think I never wanted to play a barbarian because I was never a fan of what was his name, Calamar.
No, Calamar was a ranger. That was Dave's character. Dave.
No. In the books.
Oh, Wolfgar.
Nope.
You
I
know
liked
barbarian.
Wolfgar.
Was it Conan?
The Raceland's brother.
Karaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all right. Was he He wasn't a barbarian.
He was a barbarian.
No, the barbarian was the two planes characters in that book. What were their names?
Oh, the one who got burned with acid.
Yeah.
They were so non-existent.
Yeah, they were only
They're
in
like
the
the
first
Native American.
not Chris. Oh, because she was the one that had the staff.
Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman.
Yeah, that's who it was. You're right. Yeah,
Those are the authors. Yeah.
I never
They
could.
ran the game too, but they took those characters. Those were their friends' characters that they used.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how anything I've ever written fantasy wise kind of comes about from ideas I got from D&D.
Did you guys know, this is some weird trivia, but the movie Jason X, the one in space,
Yeah.
he
Frank's favorite.
He named all the characters in that off of his friends from EverQuest.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So they all have weird names and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like our D&D games slowly devolved into playing EverQuest. I remember us would be like, after D&D being like, you're going to play EverQuest tonight, would all hop on and like play, or some people would hop on. Yeah.
I'm going to hop back into that World of Warcraft. Dragonflight just came out a couple weeks ago.
Join us, my lady.
Roll up a character, get the dice out.
Let's come in and talk to Carol about my least favorite part of D&D night.
I
I never get to see Oh, what? Me being in the bathroom?
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, you
Oh,
couldn't
I
pee for
remember that.
hours.
Carol, my least favorite
Hours.
part of D&D night on Sundays was when Carol would passive aggressively go take a 4-hour bath.
I had to
And
sneak upstairs to Jay's mom's bathroom so many times. It was
it
so
was
uncomfortable.
I hate it. Like Carol forced me to have to piss in a coffee carafe in the pantry.
Were you forced?
Yeah, because I hated going up to the bathroom because every one of the stairs up to Jay's mom's apartment squeaked.
Well, and it was like
Every single step. Because you never went in that apartment, did you, Jess?
no, why would I go up? Hey, Joanne, and just go hang out?
Well,
You didn't see the
there's other
bathtub.
people that lived up there. The bathtub was in the bedroom.
Oh man.
You never saw it?
Did I see Jay's mother's
Did you
bedroom?
say
No, I
Jay's
must have been
mom's
the only
bedroom?
person that
It
did
was
it.
it was the weirdest thing in the world that
I can happily
that,
say I never saw her bedroom either.
I saw it when Joe Hooper lived up there. Then your mom lived there.
No, I didn't spend a lot of time in Joanne's bedroom.
The shower tub was in the bedroom, and the ceiling in the shower was on an angle.
Yeah, it was like a cubby or whatever.
Oh no, like it was like a regular full-size tub, but you had to, like, if you were in the you had to lean because the ceiling fuck.
Yeah, well, she would have no trouble fitting in that shower nowadays.
Oh my
True.
God.
But yeah, Carol
It must have got so misty up there.
Carol would be like,
humid and
"Oh,
foggy.
it's 9:00."
Yep, they're all
time-
full of
it's-
coffee and Red Bull. Time to use the
I
bathroom.
Yeah,
was
it's
bored. It
ours.
was bath time.
It's time for my weekly 4.5 hour Sunday night bath.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get out of here about 10 minutes before they're supposed to go home.
Yeah, she'd dye her hair, do a face mask, the whole spa
Yes,
experience.
Yes.
Well, we're all in the chill room, just being like, I'm gonna have
just
to
like,
piss out
dude,
a
I
window.
just drank a coffee and a half. I hope she's drowned in there. That's why she's been in there for so long.
Now you know how my dad felt growing up.
Your dad wasn't pounding coffee and hanging out with his friends.
And I can't tell you how many times I peed in the kitchen sink.
Well,
Yeah, but at your house, your dad could just
Right
bang
on the
on the
dishes, I
door.
bet.
Your dad could bang on the bathroom door and be like, Carol, Epa, let's go. At Jay's
Yeah.
house, we couldn't do that.
yeah, you'd have just ignored us.
Mm-hmm. You're like,
Yeah.
Jay, you goddamn woman's fucking shaving her legs for 6 hours. I have to go home and pee.
Oh, Jay, I think Carol just hit a major artery in the bathroom shaving her legs. She's bleeding out.
I still buy dice even though I don't play D&D anymore.
There's some cool dice out there nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh, those are badass.
I bought some the last time I went to the Renaissance Fair in Connecticut.
I rolled an
I-
18. That's
I
a
haven't even
success.
taken them out of their plastic containers yet because I don't want them to get dirty.
I only buy 4-sided die now, but I just use them as crampons.
No, you can't have this.
No, not caltrops.
Oh, God damn it.
I thought they were crampons.
Crampons are the things you put on your feet so you can climb on the ice. Caltrops are the things that like ninjas throw on the ground.
Yeah,
They're
they're little
jacks.
spikes.
They're
They're-
jacks
they're-
with
they're-
needle tips.
yeah, they're 4 to like 8-sided things that, you know, have spikes.
I was gonna show you the dice, but obviously I have she chews on plastic a lot, so every time I take anything out that has plastic, she wants it. Oh, Church has a plastic bag of liquor. He'd lick a doorknob if it was made of plastic. She wants this.
That's hilarious.
Bye.
There you go. That's all she wanted.
One of our cats shit in the hallway the other night, and it was.
You sure it
literally-
wasn't Jay blaming the
It
cat?
was-
gonna
I
say,
kid you not. It was literally like a big.
Did you hear
turd, like
water
this big.
running?
Were you
Yeah, they've all heard about it.
were you
That
Is
was
Jay
awful.
shitting? I don't know. Is the water running?
I literally have PTSD now. If I hear like a noise like that, sometimes we'll do like rain on a tent, like for Alexa, and listen to like ambient music. And like sometimes when I wake up, I'll be like, or if I hear like a weird noise, I'll be like, now I have fucking PTSD from that.
Sorry.
Is he pissing?
I know. I'm like, please don't do that again.
wait until you sat couch shitting in your sleep?
Oh God, that's gross.
That's where you poop under a cushion and then sit on it afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a thing?
We call that, yeah, we call it a poopy cushion.
It's called a hot brown.
Hot brown when you need to
Hot
stay
browns
awake.
are good.
You gotta wipe your ass with the cushion too.
Hot
Oh
brown.
no. Isn't that the chicken thing Katie made? The hot browns?
No, hot brown is when you're too lazy to make a pot of coffee in the
No,
morning.
Kentucky hot browns.
Yeah,
Kentucky hot brown.
It's
yeah.
good.
It's got a hash
didn't
brown
even-
on top.
That's fine.
I don't even know. It's been so
yeah.
long.
What?
Yeah.
The poop cushion?
She made it when we were really hungry. It was really
All right,
Yeah.
have you seen anything for the new D&D movie?
Ooh, it looks amazing.
Are you
It
kidding
reminds
me?
me.
No,
of
I'm
the
actually
old-
excited for it.
It reminds me of the one that came out right before Lord of the Rings came out.
The
That
one
was
with
terrible.
Marlon Wayans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oof.
not
Dude,
good.
it looks...
I wanted to like that.
Yeah, I did
Dude,
too.
I want to like anything that, has to do with D&D, but sometimes it's just...
Hello.
Hey, Herbaceous, I've seen the poster. I haven't watched the trailer. I've seen the poster and some stills, and it don't look good.
It's,
No.
Trailer. I liked the trailer. It made me excited for it.
they're all thieves, right?
Why do they always have to use rogues as
I
the
know.
Because
main-
rogues are the best D&D character
They
ever
are pretty
created.
awesome, yeah.
Well, Chris Pine, I think Chris Pine's character is a bard.
Okay, I was wondering, is he though? Because he
I
made
think
that.
he's a bard.
Okay, because there's a barbarian in it too. They're not all rogues.
Is that a rogue class though?
Bard?
Yeah.
Is Bard a rogue class? You
Yeah.
goddamn dungeon master? You ask us.
I think, yeah, with the person with a stack of D&D books
Yeah.
next to him.
There's also Herbie just brought up a point. The owl bear is in it. That's a druid, so they're not all rogues.
Oh yeah. Good
And,
point.
the main characters.
Probably
The main characters
like-
in the old D&D one were rogues, and with
Yeah.
the Marlon Wayans one,
yeah.
they were rogues, and now the
Yeah.
main characters are rogues in this one, or at least
I started
apparently.
only playing rogues after Avril. Like that was it. You could do anything if you maxed your shit out. Rogues could get out.
Yeah, backstabs are ridiculous. In
Well,
5th
not-
edition, they're nuts.
In the party I played with last like 10 years ago or so, from when I was worked at GameStop, and we played with the security guards, which is the nerdiest statement I've ever made in my life.
Got to get that fixed.
Something happens in game and I got mad, so when everybody was sleeping I woke up and killed every single one of the horses in the party and then just went back to bed. And then we woke up to
Well,
go
that's
the next.
wicked inconvenient.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That was the worst thing I could think of to do. Was I'm gonna kill all of the horses.
That's not nice.
And
Did
then
you kill your own horse as well?
yeah, I killed everything. We
Aw.
weren't going anywhere.
That was one of my favorite things was to try to slyly write a note and slide it to Jay
Mhm.
without anybody noticing. Because if somebody at the table saw you writing
Mhm.
something, they would expect it.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you could get it to Jay without anybody seeing it, and then, like, you get over and you get the look from him, like, okay, here we
Yep.
go.
The approval.
Well, nowadays see, this is the great thing about playing online with the Roll20 system. You can send a whisper message to your DM. You can just be like whisper DM, whatever you want to tell him, and that's the only person that sees it.
That's
It's
cool.
so great. Yeah.
I'm gonna hop in on one of your Sunday sessions as
You
an
can.
NPC.
I'll talk to whoever's
As an
running it.
NPC.
Yeah, they're open. They're all cool people.
What
They
time do you
love
guys meet in the morning? Like, is it like early?
it. Noon usually.
Oh, I
Yes.
can do I think I could do a nooner.
Yeah, usually like noon to 3 or 4.
I do hood rat shit on Sundays. I might be busy.
Yeah.
I'm a lot less of a hood rat than you would believe.
Nah.
I don't know what hood rat shit is.
Well, you're too old now.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
you're
real
old now.
ratchet hood rat shit.
Well, then I've become like grandma hood rat shit. That's when you get to an age where you got to do like
Grandma hood rat.
nana hood rat shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's that?
Like meth and
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Like meth.
That's why I brought up the D&D movie. Have anybody seen the figures from the movie?
No, do they
No.
look like meth figures?
No, what the one that I've seen, I can't remember. They've got a weird name to them, but they are like there's a red dragon figure, but transforms and it folds up into a D20.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
I'm gonna go get that.
Like, and I think a lot of them change
Nice.
into the different types of dice.
The figures are already out.
There's a
I
mimic.
don't know. I've just seen pictures of them. There is
Oh.
a mimic.
I don't
Yep.
think that movie comes out until like July of next year or
All right,
something.
all right, here's the thing with me, and here's the solution to D&D movies from here to the end of time. They're
Don't.
sitting on a fucking gold mine. Take Dragonlance, take Forgotten Realms. Either one, and develop them into films. Like, you have a 9, 12, 15, multiple movies you could create that are going to rake in money because all the nerds that know those characters are going to want to see that story played out.
All
They'll
the
just ruin
nerds
it.
that know
They'll
that
fuck it.
characters will just be upset that they're making a movie about them and they're not exactly what they imagined
Well,
in their minds.
I mean, it's a 50-50 thing.
That's how
I
the
like
World of
the
Warcraft
idea.
movie.
Or Dark Tower.
Maybe 10 or 15 years ago, yeah, I'd say go for it with today's budgets and technology. But no, look at the new Lord of the Rings show and like
Yeah.
the Game of Thrones show. It's just like,
We haven't watched either of them. It's just meh.
I think we started one of them.
We started both of them and just gave up on both of them. We were
Yeah,
like,
but we do that a lot. We did that.
I haven't watched Rings of Power yet, but I
No.
did watch the Boring Dragon show.
This figure looks amazing. It doesn't come out until March 2023. I can pre-order it now.
Is that the dragon?
what dragon? What
Can you throw it up on the screen?
is it? The
Throw it up.
McFarlane's doing dragons again.
Yeah, no, the dragon figure I was just talking about that
Yeah,
turns
hold
into a
on.
D20. What are they called?
It's Hasbro Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves Dicelings action
Diceling.
figures.
Oh,
It looks like bit big to roll at a table. Like,
Yeah, it would look like it would probably be very off balance too. Like it's
I just
not
think it
gonna
would be
roll
funny.
through.
You're like, hold on a second, it's this big, and you're like,
it's like a soccer ball.
yeah, it looks awesome. Once this
Can't
actually,
see it. Oh.
so that's the dragon.
yeah.
Oh.
Let's
And
take a
then-
look at the
Is
die.
that Fisher Price? Is that what you said?
Hasbro.
Hasbro.
Oh.
And then it folds up into that. I'm
That's
excited
kinda
about
neat,
that.
actually.
Technology, I tell you.
Technology.
Does
I
it
don't
say
like
how big it is?
product height. Well, this would be dragon height then. 7.5
So,
Feet?
Okay.
Inches?
feet.
That's fucking huge. Holy fuck.
Product
Who has a house
length
for that?
2.62.
It's like a pony.
Yeah, so like I was just wondering if they were like the size of what the fuck are they called?
Shit.
Bakugan, if you know what those are.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't.
Little balls and blocks that you throw them and they transform into dragons and
It-
tigers and shit.
It looks like it's a handful.
That's what she said.
I'm sorry. I'm excited for the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Like, all right, this is going to be fun. And then I watch it and I was like, well, that sucks. But
Let's go see it and then we can shit on it after.
Oh yeah, we can meet up again. We'll do another episode in a month from now. We'll talk about the movie or whenever
It's not
it comes
out for
the
like
movie
it's not 6 months from now.
6
All right,
months
6
from now,
months. We'll plan it.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
I thought an owl bear was enormous.
Well,
And I
I
think
thought they
It's
were
a-
the size of a
I think-
bear. They're just
I
like
think it's just a
I've
handful.
I think I've also always imagined an owl bear looking different than it is because I've always imagined like a bear-sized creature with an owl head.
see, owl bears to me are like in World of Warcraft, owl bears are just like human sized big owls, but like a bear. It's just an owl bear. It's not like a bear owl. Does that make sense?
It's an owl bear, not a bear owl. Have
Speaking
we
of-
straightened this out?
Speaking of bears, Cocaine Bear is coming out next year too. And we're going to
That
see
looks good. That actually looks.
trailer looks amazing.
Yeah, see,
Yes.
Which one am I looking at?
at the one on the right, our
I
right.
see one that looks like an elephant. That one's off the screen for me.
Oh,
Move
the
it to the other
other
way.
side. Other side.
Other way.
Side.
Now closer to the camera.
Owl bear.
So it's exactly what I always thought, a bear-sized thing with an owl's head.
Yeah, but you can't tell what. There's nothing in the reference for scale in that picture.
Yeah, there
but I
is. It
can
looks
tell
like
you
a
the
bear.
size.
It could be miniature. That could be a handful.
You've always imagined them the size of an owl?
No, they're the size of just a human.
Well, no, they're large, monstrous, unaligned. So they are bigger than humans, which are medium.
But they're not gigantic. Like what's
Bears
No,
are
no.
considered large too, though.
and
What?
look at I'm going by World of Warcraft rules, and by World of Warcraft rules, an
Is
owl
it?
bear.
Whoa! Is this the Cryptid Bits World of Warcraft episode, or is this the Vodkast Dungeons and Dragons episode?
Now it is the
Yeah.
Cryptid Bits World of Warcraft
All right.
episode because I'm using that as my owl bear reference.
Well, then I
Since
gotta
when
get my
is-
black
since when
on.
is-
I gotta go get my suit.
Since when is World of Warcraft canon?
It's to me, when I have a mental picture of it, that's a mental picture of an owl bear I go by. Because I have something in the frame for scale.
I
Like
mean,
a picture in the book doesn't help me.
It's not far off though from World of Warcraft, I would say.
I think of them like grizzly or bigger. Grizzly
Yeah,
size.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Who else is in it? Oh,
Chris Pine's in it, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he plays the bard, but the guy from Bridgerton is also in it.
Keegan Michael
The super
Key.
handsome. Is he in it?
Oh.
I don't watch Bridgerton.
Yeah, it's like a super
know what
handsome
that is.
guy that left after the first season. I think he's in it.
Oh, Mr. Bridgerton.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't watch.
I don't know
Nicole
either.
Watched it.
That's good.
I just know there was a very handsome dude on there that left after the first season, who's in the D&D movie. There's also a like a white witch looking person in a red cape on the poster.
A white witch in red.
Hmm.
Okay, so actually they say what everybody is in the thing. So Chris Pine is the bard. Michelle
Okay.
Rodriguez is the barbarian.
All right.
Ugh,
Reggie Jean Page, which is Mr. Bridgerton,
that's him.
he's a paladin.
Oh.
Justice Smith, who I think was in Dominion, Jurassic World Dominion,
Yes.
But not the guy
Yeah.
that was with
No.
Ian, the one in
the
the
nerdy
beginning.
dude.
Yeah, the nerdy dude. He's the sorcerer. The chick from It is the druid. And this ruins my day. Hugh Grant is a rogue.
I forgot Huge Grant was in it.
I don't.
Huge Grant?
Huge
yeah,
Grant.
Huge Grant is in it.
Huge G Grant?
Love Huge Grant.
Huge Grant as a rogue is like weird though. He doesn't seem
Yeah.
roguey to me.
No.
He doesn't? What's
No,
a
he-
rogue?
Well, he could be like a swashbuckler type.
What's a
I-
rogue?
He
Oh.
probably runs a ship. or
Mr.
something,
Bridgerton
but-
could be a rogue, but I don't think Hugh Grant is a rogue. He's
Thief,
too
a
like
scoundrel. Harrison Ford or like Billy D. Williams.
no. Billy
Oh,
D.
then-
Williams isn't a rogue. He's a scoundrel.
But that's a rogue. No,
No,
undoubtedly.
a straight
Yeah.
up like thiefy
I-
rogue. I would see
I-
Billy D. Williams trying to sneak around.
See, I like the Hugh Grant thing. I don't like. I don't want to see him in the movie. It kind of ruins
That's
things
what-
for me. I'm not a huge Hugh Grant fan,
Yeah,
but
same.
he is sort of he was a really roguey, good-looking dude for a long time. He
You know
really
who it should have been
was.
instead? Colin Firth, because Colin Firth was in that fucking amazing Kingsman movie. He played like a really
Yeah.
good this person. I don't know the word for this.
Like
Yeah, like he did an amazing
charismatic, smooth talker.
Yes, exactly.
Uh,
Thank you.
If we were all real life D&D characters, what would our classes be?
If we were real life D&D characters,
Yeah. Yeah, like what were the closest to what our personalities and
shop owner.
skills? No, I mean, like you guys,
NPC.
yeah. What's the one that sleeps on the couch?
I'm not the hero in this story.
I play the
I'm
librarian.
I'm a shop. I work at a shop.
Yeah, I'm a bookstore owner.
I mean, I feel like all right. Then let me start this. I feel like Jess would be some kind of caster class. Like she's always into researching or looking up something, or
Bobby,
she has
no.
a strong knowledge of things that she's interested in.
I'll take that. If we are going to be, if I have to be a casting class, can I be the bad kind that raises the dead as opposed to the nice kind that
Like a
eats flowers?
necromancer?
Yeah.
Yes, I want to go straight
Totally.
necro.
Yeah.
You want to
all
be
right,
a
yeah.
fucking necromancer?
Why wouldn't I? I
Dude,
look up a
that's
lot of shit,
lonely
and
life, man.
I look up shit a
Necromancers
lot,
don't
and
have
I'm
friends.
Well, welcome to my life.
Oh.
Oh,
I would be your
That's
friend, Jess,
rude.
if you were a necromancer.
No,
you
I wouldn't let
'cause
you because I'm a
like,
necromancer.
Only
She would
if
have
you-
to kill you.
Only if you raise my mom.
Okay.
Okay.
Deal.
And then make her a prostitute so I can make some money off of her.
Well, I just
Oh,
figured
what a
she would grow
fucking-
back. She would go back into her old habits, anyways.
Yeah.
So Jay would be
Yeah. Go ahead.
A bard. Jay would be a bard. A very
at
bad
best
bard.
a bard.
Well, I'll take a bard. Bard's an amazing class, you know? With a bard, a party becomes a much more powerful party.
I've never played in a game with a bard. I can think of no game I've ever played in that had a bard in it.
I thought one of the games at Jay's house had a bard in it. I thought Brian.
They're very self-sacrificing players, people who play bards, because basically they can buff the rest of the party during combat. Yeah, they're the fluffers. They come out and they touch you a little bit, tickle you.
Also,
So yeah, that would be Jay because he's a fluffer.
I can't think of many games where I played with a healer either.
Yeah, back in the day, the games we played, there's paladins. I think Brian played a paladin in one of my games.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever healed anyone in that game.
No, dude. We always played the worst version of classes.
Oh yeah, but
We're like, I'll be a paladin because that sounds cool.
Artie would be whatever what's the closest to a Boba Fett type character?
Yeah, bounty hunter.
I wouldn't be against that.
Yeah.
A
I was
Boba
thinking
Fetish.
of a conjurer though.
Mm,
My older age, I'm more into caster classes.
cool.
Someone has to have creativity to create creatures and stuff.
And I would be a jester class.
Oh, actually, yeah, there's an interesting class now in 5th edition. Oh, they create things. They create things and imbue them with magic. And I could see you, Artificer, I believe they're called.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
One of the people I bought some dice from is called Modern Artificer or whatever.
Yeah.
That's their. You'd be a
The
better
fool.
character than that.
I'll be a split class fool.
Vertically challenged.
Well, I mean, I think Bard kind of covers like comedic aspects as well. It's not.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
Bard doesn't work for me.
Mm-mm.
What is I don't know. I don't fucking know. I couldn't classify myself to save my life.
Someone who's like got good charisma, naturally funny and stuff. I don't know what that would fit in with. Politician, maybe.
What's a high charisma class? Are you looking it up, Jay?
Yeah. All right. So we got barbarian, bard, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard based on your basic 5th edition classes.
What about
Monk.
a cleric?
A
Monk. I would never be a fucking healer. Ever.
I mean,
Ever. Fucking
too boring.
never being a healer. I praise anybody that like in any game, whether it's online or like tabletop, anybody who chooses to be a healer is a fucking saint.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, usually they're doing other things while they're playing.
Yeah.
Because they just sit there.
In online games in particular, I need a healer around because I like to run in too much. Like to fucking tank it up.
Are you still playing any online games, Corey?
No. I barely turn on my Xbox. I got it so like I could play
Tony Hawk.
Fallout.
Oh.
Fallout
76.
Quattro.
4.
Yeah, the 4th one.
Was that one in Boston?
Yeah, it's the Massachusetts, Boston. Like that's one of the main reasons I wanted to play it. Plus,
because we're from Massachusetts.
Power armor, and being able to go like legitimately go see places I've been, and it's that like it's still probably my favorite game I've ever played, and I still haven't finished it.
You bought a system based on one game.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I did that with N64 for Zelda.
Yeah, no, why? What's wrong with that? I'm also not a PlayStation person.
That's why I was going to get a DSi for Professor Layton.
I'm saying if you have an Xbox, and like, why not buy another game?
Oh, I've got a bunch of games. I've played them. Like I just
I thought you
Couple
bought it to
mon-
just play one
no,
game.
that's essentially what I did. Like I did that, and I bought
It's an
while I was on
investment.
layoff. I played and fully ran through the Outer Worlds. Very much like Fallout. I really liked it.
Mhm.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Except you get your own spaceship. But I bought a couple months ago, I bought a game that I had been waiting literally years for it to come out. And then I didn't realize it was released like a year ago. Because I just forgot about it because it was taking so long to come out. It's called Biomutant.
Oh, that's free this month on PlayStation. I just downloaded it tonight.
It's good-ish.
I heard. Yeah, I heard.
But
Iffy.
it's not the game I was really hoping it was gonna be.
It looked amazing. When at first I saw the trailer, I was like, "Wow, that game looks fucking sick."
It's a lot less sandboxy than I mean it's more sandboxy. It's less
Ooh.
open world than I want it to be.
Wait
Well,
a minute.
that's what I mean. No, it more pushes you in the direction that you're supposed to
Okay,
go.
yeah, like
Oh,
on rails.
linear.
Like it makes it feel like it's sandboxy, but it's not. Like you can explore like an area of a town, but the moment you leave that town, you're just on a road heading in the direction you're supposed to be going in.
Yeah. Frank is always like, "Why don't we all play 76?" I'm like, "Okay, organize it, set something up."
It would have to be on the Xbox.
I've got an Xbox. I offered to buy Griffin for Christmas because he hasn't asked for anything. I'm like, "Do you want the new Xbox? Like, they're readily available now. I'll get it for you." Nah, I never use the Xbox. I'm like, if I was a kid and like my parent offered to buy me the latest system for whatever, like I'd be like, "Fuck yeah." It's technology. It changes. Like he'd prefer to be on his phone, or well, he does play Oculus and he does play PS5, but like other than that, like I mean, it's mostly phone. He loves his phone.
I love my Switch, man. That's my favorite console.
Yeah,
Sure.
Switch
That's I want to get one like bad, but it's not in the cards at the moment.
It's
I'm like-
dangerous. There's like 5,000 games on it.
And that's the thing. Like
how many.
I will just like when I get one, I'll just get one of the Switch Lites. But like there's some games on there that I really want to play.
Oh, there's Professor Layton games for the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Shit, kid. I love those games. Are amazing.
I think there's a collection. There's like 5 or 6 in one
I have all the
bundle.
I have them up until they put them on the 3DS. And then I was like, oh, I'm not going to get a whole new gaming system just to play a different Professor Layton game. And then last year I went looking for a 3DX.
And then I was like, oh, I'm not going to get a whole new gaming system just to play a different Professor Layton game. And then last year I went looking for a 3DX.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
And they were like $800 and sold out everywhere. That's right behind Silent Hill as my favorite games is Professor Layton.
Yeah, I want to play the Zelda game. I want to play
Breath of the
Mario.
Wild. Oh yeah.
Mario Galaxy. You got
yeah.
Pokemon Snap came back. That's pretty awesome. Animal Crossing, if you're into that sort of thing.
The Animal Crossing one I was interested in. I've heard a lot of people, especially during the pandemic times, people were crazy hooked on that game.
Yeah, it came out. I think the newest Animal Crossing or whatever at the time came out like a month into pandemic, and it was like out of control. People trying to get it.
Things I listened to, that's all people were fucking talking about was that that game.
Do you remember the Zelda one that was on the Game Boy? It was Link's Awakening, I think it was
Oh
called.
yeah.
Dude, there's a remake on the Switch.
I know.
Really?
$29.99 on sale the other day. I almost got it.
Fucking great, dude. It's so great.
Was that the one you could link up with other DSs?
I think so, but it was only for something simple like you trade a bomb or something.
Maybe that's what it was.
I want another video game system so bad, but we don't use any of the ones that are in the house now.
You remember parking on the side of the road? Because we got out of work early one day and we were just parked on the side of the road in the back roads of Lakeville, sitting in our cars across from each other, battling Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
we were like playing Pokemon and battling with the oh, what the fuck was it? If you were close enough, it was like
It was like a 4-foot cable. It was the link cable. It might have been
transmitter on it. It was
Yeah,
like
but,
almost like a LAN thing with it, like if you were close enough together.
but
On
you had to
what?
be like 2 feet apart, so our cars are like right next to each
Yeah, like the mirrors are like touching each other.
Yeah.
Sitting on the side of the road in Lakeville playing Pokemon.
Don't
Yeah,
look at
don't
my
get
mouth.
your-
Bullshit.
Don't look at my mouth.
I always look at those crack ladies on like TikTok and stuff.
I'm always
Where
looking
they
at those
have, like-
crackling.
I
That's
swear
how
to
I felt
Not
though.
crack
Like
ladies.
when
They
I had
have,
like bad
no, but, like,
skin and bad teeth, I was like, everybody thinks I do meth.
they've
Everybody
had a
thinks I do
rough
meth.
life, and then they get new teeth, and they look like 20 years younger. It's
Well,
crazy.
and they're just, it's easier to be like, all right, I'm happy and I'm going to go talk to people and I'm not going to cover my mouth when I'm talking to people. And
Yeah.
like,
I do
meow
that.
meow.
meowses. Gage left me once Herbie got home. I'm not the popular parent in this house. I'll go get them.
It's always
What?
great talking with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to put a game together. Kyle, Jilly,
Really?
Amanda, and I.
Oh,
You guys-
nice.
Ever consider? We've been working on it for like 6 months. We got books and stuff. And I made a
Uh-huh.
character on the online generator and I messed around with that a little. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It's 4 short stories. I already read 2 of them and then realized when I got the book, I'd already read 2 of them anyway. So, but whatever.
I'm at that point too where I'm starting to read a book and I'm like, did I read this? Maybe.
Oh,
The Throat Goat.
he
throat.
died recently, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
The fireman.
Mm.
You're on a Joe Hill kick.
I've already read this, but I wanted to read it again.
Lincoln Child.
I don't like that title.
And then I was like, well, you know
Wow.
what? I got those. I got
Did that say Hercules pork?
Yeah.
Hercule.
Yeah, that's-
Hercules Poirot.
No,
Oh.
it's a Hercules Pork. It's Agatha Christie's most popular novel.
Yeah, Hercules Pork.
I didn't even see that it said Agatha Christie. I was
Hercules Pork Sword.
Yeah.
The library is
tiny.
the library is
for the
open
book
until
sword.
9 o'clock yesterday. 9 p.m. The library was open until, and it was just going up and down the aisles, smelling the books, bringing my own bag. Like, do you need a bag?
Bugs
shit.
in your nostrils.
Just licking the books as I'm going. Ma'am, please stop licking the books.
Don't lick the books.
Yeah, don't lick the
Don't
books.
lick the goddamn.
And if
You don't want to get
don't
bed
like-
bugs on your tongue.
No.
if you don't like licking books like I don't like licking books, then you should consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hit the little bell icon. It'll let you know every time I put out a new video.
It's got strawberry jelly beans.
Make somebody smile today. And if you can't make somebody smile today, make somebody smile yesterday and bigger tomorrow. And if you make the world spin a happier place as one, my brothers and sisters, and smile in the rain and do this. Ba-da-ba.
Da-da-da.
Ugh.
Thank you guys for showing up tonight. This has been awesome and enlightening and wonderful, and I appreciate it, and I love you guys. And we'll do this again real soon, maybe
Penises.
January after the D&D movie comes out.
D&D movie comes
Likewise,
out,
champion.
I think,
July.
in March. The
July?
figures come out in March. So we'll do this
Oh.
in 6 months.
6 months. All right. I'll see you guys in 6
then. You
months.
can do it before.
See you later, everybody.
all right.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody. Take care.
Later, later.
Later.